Hey staff, May is CTE month. That means we're going to give you a tour of the CTE program. Oh, wait. We did that joke last week. Get on with the show. So, Mr. Chick, tell me what do you teach?
Well, I teach building trade, which is a class where you learn how to become a part of the construction world. You become trained to go out and build houses or any number of construction activities.
What courses do you teach?
Well, I teach two program courses, two core courses, Building Trades 1 and Building Trades 2. They are a 2-year commitment, all year, eight quarters of building trades to become a completer in my program. I also teach a number of woodworking courses as feeders to my program, as intros to the program. I teach electives. I also teach one basic home repair class.
What do you find that students get out of taking construction trades? You said a completer. So a completer means they've finished your program. Where do they end as opposed to where they began?
Assume that you've had very little exposure to any kind of woodworking, carpentry, building, construction, any of that. And by the time you finish, you're able to speak the lingo, live up to expectations of any kind of construction job. You'll be able to measure to a 16th of an inch at bare minimum. You're ready to go out into the work world and start making money. The starting wage for someone coming out of my class is about $40,000 to $45,000 a year.
That's cool. Now, you are a building guy. Do you have a background in building houses?
I don't actually, Bill.
Tell me about your background. Tell me about what, because I think you have something special to offer.
So I have a background in the arts. I went to college to be a furniture maker. So my background and my history and my work experience has to do with that. I've also done a lot of grunt labor over my years to support my disgusting art habit. So I've been a laborer of all sorts for all kinds of different trades. But at the end of the day, you know, as you work through different jobs and for different employers, you pick up lots of different skills. And when you start to combine all those skills, you really get a pretty decent body of knowledge. I've been teaching since 2015, and I've had probably 30 completers-ish.
But a lot of students in your introductory or electives, your introductory
absolutely.
classes?
I have 16 spots per class, and over 100 kids will sign up for those 16 spots.
That's awesome. Well, Mr. Chick, it's so good to see you here on this little screen, and I look forward to when we're in person, shaking hands.
Well, I don't know if that'll ever happen again.
No.
New.
Yeah, you're gonna have to
do the elbow thing. I tell you, man, I didn't know that I would miss the kids this much, but it's pretty exciting when I see them in passing or when driving by in cars and stuff. But you know, I think that's the best part of my class. The best part of my job is being with the kids. I'm just a big kid myself.
Bill Rogers here, and here is not Somersworth High School. Here is the satellite Somersworth High School, our studio away from the studio, with Aiden Sakash. Is that how you pronounce your last name?
Sakash.
Sakash. You are in the digital media class with Mrs. Dodge. And why have you taken the digital media class?
I mean, it's just kind of what I was looking for my interests. 'Cause I like art, I like illustration, graphic design, animation, and digital media has all those things. So it was kind of just the perfect class for me.
And tell me about it. What do you do in it?
So our first semester, we used the Adobe programs Illustrator and Photoshop. We learned how to create graphic designs, manipulate photos. Our second quarter, we work on web design. So we use a program called Brackets, and we code in HTML and CSS to create websites. Our third quarter, we do animation using Adobe Animate and also some stop motion as well. So we get a nice range of animation. Our fourth quarter, which I'm in right now, is portfolio work. So we're using like skills from, quarter one, quarter two. So we're making things in Illustrator, putting them onto our websites, which we can use our skills from quarter two in web design to make those. So it all just kind of leads up to this quarter.
Cool. What do you hope to where do you hope to go with this after you graduate from high school?
One of the biggest things, obviously, is going to be having that portfolio. Having someone that can really help you make a good portfolio is just going to be very, very nice.
My name is Hunter Bonifant. I am a senior. We were working on a 10-second Halloween animation over the last 2-3 weeks, and it's one of those things that you have like a much better idea of it in your head, and you can't do it, and you end up being disappointed at yourself. So basically, I have this because I'm in the marching band. So I did a character based on our characters in the marching band show. It's just that the outfit was just about the perfect fit for it. Grabbing a scythe and swirling.
To have that for employers, colleges, all those kind of things, and then just all the skills that I've learned throughout the program. I want to take those with me. So I'm in quarter 4 right now. Once we finish up with this quarter and this school year, that'll be it.
You will be a completer of this program.
Mm-hmm.
What is it about you and your particular skill set that fits well with digital media?
I like illustration, so that kind of pertains to the first quarter with illustration and graphic design. I really like animating, so that kind of works well with third quarter.
You feel like there's some sort of larger skills that you've gained as a result of doing all of this work from all of the different classes?
Yeah, definitely. Some of the things that I've needed to work on are meeting deadlines. So like, obviously you need to have this done by a certain point. You need to work with your employer, or in this case, my teacher, to work through it and get it done by that point. And while we're working through it, we need to be able to communicate. Is this good? What do I need to fix? Like, what things can I sort of shift around? You need to sort of plan out like what you're going to do. Say you're doing an animation project, right? So first you'd spend a bit of time thinking about your idea. Like what exactly do I want to animate? So you figure that out first. Then you spend some time working on your storyboards, your stories. So writing that, and you do like your first kind of rough sketch of it, and you just kind of have to get time set out for all of that. You need to make sure that you're not spending too much time doing the sketches, because you can get pretty carried away doing that. You can go really detailed, but if you do that, you're going to go over it anyways with like more line work. So you need to be constantly focused on like, how long is this taking? Do I have time for this?
I am Peter. I've been working on that Halloween project for DM3. So it's a video of what I have is a character going to, it looks like a scary house that he has to walk to because it's the only house left. And when he comes to open the door, it's like darkness and he's scared until he sees just a normal person there and just gets candy from the person.
Is there a sort of type of student or a certain interest in terms of, if you were speaking with your friends, is there someone who you would say, oh, you've got to try digital media? I think that would be really good for you.
Yeah, I think if you like computers at all, I'd say give it a try. And if you want to, like, if you like traditional art, you like being creative, you like doing all that, and you want to try it digitally, then yeah, definitely give it a try.
Last word? Cowabunga. Ah, that's not even a word. But... Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset. COVID rules the day. When will we we be back here in Somersworth? When will the dread disease go away? Sad? Of course. Melancholy? Absolutely. This is a great space. This is a great space now, doing what theaters do most of the time, actually, if you think of any theater space. Most of its time is this way. An empty house. An empty house awaiting life to fill it up. And right sadly, Fiddler on the Roof has been postponed to another day. But we will get to it. And we will get to our work, because the work is carrying on.